Hi, I'm Ant from Southern Design RV in Ballarat, and today's topic is the Dometic 216 litre compressor fridge. Now this fridge is the right choice if you're going to very hot and humid places around Australia. These fridges cope much better in those conditions. A few little tips with it. Turn it on 24 hours before you head off, plug in your mains power, make sure that this is nice and cold, and with a compressor fridge, pack it out. If you have more mass in there and you get it cold before you head off on your trip, it's easier for your batteries to maintain that mass. If there's air pockets in here, it'll take more energy to keep everything cold. So keep it packed out. Now obviously level up your van when you get to site, and just a few other little things. Outside you can put a shade sail on the side wall just to help keep the sun off it and to keep it cooler. That will help it a lot. Another thing you might want to consider is that some vans we have layouts where compressor fridge is on the awning side. So if you choose one of those layouts, you can use the awning to help keep the fridge colder. Now with these doors, they have got squeeze handles on the end. When you've got it in storage, you can flip these little tabs around, clip it in, and that'll keep the door open and help prevent mold and all those other sorts of smells developing. So you got that both on the fridge and the freezer. Now your main controller works by this little dial here, so you can press it and turn it. As you turn it, you'll feel little graduations on the dial. Now to turn it on and off, if you hold the button down for a few seconds, that will turn it off. There we are, that's off. If we hold it down for a few seconds again, that turns the fridge back on. Every other function on the fridge is just a simple push and a turn of the knob. And as you feel the graduations, you'll see it jumps up and down on the menu. So the top one with your temperature, if I click on there again, I can turn it up, make it colder, or I can make it warmer. Now in freezing cold Ballarat, 4 is fine. It'll cope very well with that. Maybe 5 if you head up to really hot climates. So that sets your temperature. Now you'll notice there's a plug symbol there. You'll either see a plug or a battery. This will automatically choose what setting it wants. So if you're plugged into mains power, it'll go straight for the plug. If you've got no mains power, it'll have the battery symbol, which means it's running on the 12 volt. Now it'll run just as well on both, so you don't have to worry if you're running on batteries, this thing will cope very well. Now let's press this button again. We'll dial it down to the bottom menu down there. Press it another time. Now you've got 2 settings here, user mode and settings. So let's go into user mode. I'll click on there. And it's got highlighted blue for performance. So that's your normal running mode. Now if you're going free camping, you can go down to eco mode. So if I click on that, I've highlighted it blue, go to the arrow down the bottom which takes it back, click on there. You'll see it's turned the temperature down, so now it's on number 3 on the scale of the coldness. Now in a cooler climate, that'll probably cope all right. If you're up north and it's really hot, you might still have to turn it up a little bit. So let's press it again. If I go back down to the bottom menu and go back into your user mode, if I put this back up to performance at the top, click on it and highlight it blue, there's a little trap you've got to watch out for. If we go back, you can see it has not turned the fridge up. So you will have to get in manually and turn the temperature back up. Now if we go back down to the bottom menu again and we go into settings, I'll click on there. You'll see what looks like a padlock symbol, and there's a little speaker with an X next to it. So basically your padlock symbol, if you press that and highlight it blue, that's your child lock. Now if you put that on, you will not be able to change the controls inside here. Kids will not be able to tamper with it. The only problem is that you'll have to get in and unlock it if you ever require to change any of the settings. The next one next to it, the speaker with the X, if I highlight that blue, that just stops the noises like you're beeping on the menu. So I'll remove that. We'll go back down to the back arrow, and there you are. That's all set up, ready to go. And finally, if you're putting your van into long-term storage, the compressor fridge won't turn off when you turn your B and Pro off. So when you turn your BM Pro off, make sure that you come and turn the fridge off too. Otherwise it'll keep running and it'll eventually drain your batteries. So that's your Dometic compressor fridge. Great choice if you're out there camping and you're in the hotter conditions. I thoroughly recommend it. Well, next week we'll have something new for you. Bye for now.